Good morning everyone! Welcome po muli sa aking channel, Perth Driving and Adventures. Hopefully, the title of this vlog is General Driving Tips and how to do or how to conduct a brief check or quick checklist before you go on a long drive or even just on an everyday driving activities. How to check the basic items or basic equipment or device that you need to check on a car. This acronym is very standard. So if you, I'm sure you know the word power, P-O-W-E-R, with an S, powers. So P-O-W-E-R-S. If you just remember that word powers, you can do a very quick check on your car before you go on a long drive or even on a weekly basis, and the better or the best on a daily basis. So first, P, so very obvious. P means petroleum or petrol or fuel. So of course you need to check your fuel and the level. You have a level on your dashboard. You must also know how to fill, of course, and how to close the cover, the clicking. And some of the cars have an arrow or a guide on what side is the fuel tank. So in that case, you can position your car properly either on the left or the right when you go to the servo or service station. So servo here is an Australian slang. When you say servo, it's a service station. Back to letter P. Yeah, there's a level on your dash. And also, before I continue, hopefully, if I have the time later, I can take a photo of some of the items here of the powers as much as possible, if I can still do it. But if not, then I'll just try my best to include some photos. And then after the letter P, the petrol, of course the next letter is O, which means oil. So the car has so many different oils, especially the engine oil. You have to check its level. Of course, before we proceed to letter O, I just want to add some more on letter P, because the fuel has different types. So 91 or 95 or 98. Of course, there's the diesel. So you can easily distinguish the nozzle on the service station if it's a diesel or a petroleum, unleaded. Some cars do not accept 91 rating, especially the latest models. So they accept either 95 rating or 98 rating octane. But some old cars you can still use 91 rating. The higher the rating, the more efficient the fuel, the combustion, and and basically the efficiency. So going to letter O, oil. You have different types of oil in a car. Of course, the engine oil. By using a dipstick, you can see the level of your engine oil. There is a full or a high mark, and there's a low mark. And even some cars, the dipstick has two different sides. You can have a level. You can have a level both on a cold or on a high, wait, hang on, there's a hazard. You can have either a cold level or a hot. So there are two sides of the engine oil dipstick. Aside from engine oil, of course, you have the gear oil or the transmission oil. What else? Of course, the hydraulic oil. Most of them has the bottle inside the engine room or the container. Yeah, it has a high mark or a lower mark, or a maximum level and a minimum level. And then if you are the one who are changing your oil, engine oil, then you must know what is the required type or specification. Then after letter O, what's next? W. Oh, very basic again. W, water. So either an engine coolant or a distilled water, and another water is a windscreen water washer. Be very careful sa coolant. It has different colors. So it has color green, color blue, color pink, color red. So there are different colors. So as I heard, when I am buying my coolant, the guy from the shop always tell me that you do not mix different colors. It has some reaction or something like that. So be very careful. Whatever the engine coolant color you have in your car, so buy the same thing if you want to replenish it. And next, okay, form 1 lane, mirror indicate line check, stay in your lane. And next, letter E. I guess you already know letter E, electrical. Of course, you have to check your battery. Some new batteries have a color indicator. If it's still green, then it's still a good charge. And also the terminal must be clean, no scaling or calcium on the terminals. Your lights, of course, you need to check your headlights. If there's any alarm on your dashboard, on your gauges, so that's part of electrical. And the warning devices, of course, your signal indicator you have to check, and of course the operation of the wipers. When you check the lights, of course, headlights, high beam, indicator, brake light, and reverse light. So you have to check everything, all about electrical. So it's very important, especially if you're driving on a long journey or long drive. And then after letter E, now it comes letter R. So we're now on the 5th letter. We are now on the power, letter R. R means rubber. So easy to remember, yeah? Rubber, you have different rubber in a car. First and foremost, the tires. You have to check your tires, your traction condition. You have a mark on a tire. If you can see a triangle shape on the side of the upper side of the tire, you can see if your depth is still good enough. Because here in Australia, if you're using a worn out tire, you may be penalized, or you may be pulled over by police if you are busy, if they see you. Aside from the tire, of course, there are the belts or the timing belts on the engine. The hoses, of course, it's also rubber. The water hoses, oil hoses, and lastly your rubber on the wiper. It's also rubber, so you have to check also that. And lastly, if anyone can tell me what is S. So S means safety. So before I do the driving instructor career, I only know power without the S. And then when I attended the course, okay, there's a biker. When I attended the course, I learned that the power has an S, so it becomes powers, which means safety. Maybe a level up of the checklist. So safety, of course, seat belt. You have to check your seat belt, your first aid kit. You must have a first aid kit in your car. If you have a fire extinguisher, that's better during emergency. Of course, if you have an emergency warning device, if you are some kind of a breakdown, tire changing equipment, if you have that, that's better, and recovery equipment. So all those things are part of safety. Yeah, that's it for now. It's a very quick one. Yeah, powers, Powers. So I hope some of my students can learn from it the very basic tips or guide on your everyday driving life. So I'm about to reach the location of my students. So thank you guys. See you all again next time. Hopefully you be safe, everyone, especially all my driving students. God bless us all, and please subscribe to those who have not subscribed yet, and like my videos, push the notification button, and so that if I have a new video, you will immediately be notified. God bless everyone. Have a safe day, and see you around. Just a postscript message. A big shout out and congratulations also to my student Joshua Newton of Les Mirdy, another easy license, also a 17-year-old who passed his driving test today. So congratulations, Josh, and please be a safe driver. Thank you and God bless.